the chairman will open the session for answer and question. And further, the shareholders are requested to speak for about 2 minutes. And if the speaker is not able to join through their video because of any reason, they can just speak through audio mode also. And it may also be noted that a company reserves the right to limit the number of shareholders for asking the question depending upon the availability of time. And the company has provided the facility to cast the votes electronically and on all the resolution which are set forth in the notices. And in case the shareholders who have not yet cast their vote are and people who are joining, shareholders who are joining the meeting as well, are requested to vote at the meeting through the facility which has been provided by NSDL. And let me check the quorum. Yes. As a quorum is present, I now request Chairman Sir to proceed to take the chair and commence the proceedings of the meeting.
Thank you, Rajvinder. Am I audible, everyone?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Thank you, Rajvinder. So, just 1 second, please. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I am Sachit Khera, and I will be chairing this meeting today. On behalf of your board and the company, it is my privilege to welcome you all to the 28th Annual General Meeting of Smart FinSec Limited. As the requisite quorum is present, I call the meeting to order. Before we start the proceedings of the AGM, let me introduce you to my colleagues. I have with me Mr. Arun Khera, the Managing Director. I would also like to request the other board members who have joined the AGM through video conferencing from the respective locations to introduce themselves. First of all, Ms. Parul Pathak, you can kindly unmute your mic. I'll be.
Yes, sir. Myself, Parul Pathak, and I'm appointed as an independent director in Smart Funded.
Thank you, Ms. Parul. Mr. Vishesh Chaturvedi.
Myself, Vishesh Chaturvedi. I'm an independent director in Smart FinSec Limited.
Thank you, Mr. Chaturvedi. Ms. Vimi Sachdev, our non-executive director, could not attend this meeting today due to some personal exigency, and she has sought a leave of absence for attending the AGM. I further acknowledge the attendance of Mr. Ashwini Mohan, partner of A. Mohan and Company, the statutory auditors of the company, Mr. Pavan Kumar Mishra of PK Mishra and Associates, our secretarial auditor, and the scrutinizer for this meeting from their respective locations. I thank all shareholders, colleagues of the board and management team for joining this meeting through video conference. Now, I proceed with my formal address. Good morning, shareholders. Welcome to the 28th Annual General Meeting of Smart FinSec Limited. As we gather again virtually to discuss the progress made in the year gone past, it is a pleasure to host you all. On behalf of the company's board of directors, I thank you for making the time to join us today and for your continued support over the years. The notice of AGM and annual report and audited accounts for the year ended 31st March 2023 have been with you for some time now. And with your permission, I shall take the same as read. Further, there are no qualifications, observations, or adverse remarks in the statutory auditor's report on the financials of the company for the financial year ended 2023. Also, the secretarial auditor's report ended for the same period. With your permission, I take the statutory auditor's report and the secretarial auditor's report as read. The year under consideration, that is, financial year 2022-23, has been one of transitioning, where on one side, the impact of COVID-19 pandemic started to subside and the opportunities started to unfold in the market. Whereas on the other hand, high inflation, elevated interest rates, and intensified competition vis-a-vis digitization and tighter systemic liquidity had a major impact on banking and financial sector. In the midst of these various challenges, the company is striving to adapt economic challenges, regulatory changes, interest rate volatility, and is repositioning itself and exploring opportunities for sustained growth and stability. The company is looking forward to customized products and services to expedite financial inclusion and leverage its understanding of regional dynamics. I would now like to give an overview of the company's operational and financial performance. For the financial year ending 31st March 2023, your company has recorded a total income of INR 30 crores 75 lakhs. The net profit for the period was INR 1 crore 41 lakh 25,000, as against a net profit of INR 3 crores 45 lakhs 84,000 in the previous financial year. Due to the application of our accounting principles and due to market conditions not being conducive, there was a substantial decrease in the profit of the company. The company, however, has been taking various steps to reduce the costs and improve efficiencies to make its operations more profitable. During these challenging times, the company is focusing on exercising better control over fixed costs. On behalf of the board, I take this opportunity to thank all our esteemed shareholders, customers, depositors, bankers for their continued support and the confidence they have reposed in the company. I thank employees of the company for their continuous commitment despite current adversities. I am also grateful to my board members for their contribution towards steering the company to a path of sustainable growth. I will now move to the business to be transacted at this AGM. Since the AGM is being held through video conference and all the resolutions mentioned in the notice convening this AGM have already been put to vote through remote e-voting, there will be no proposing and seconding of the resolutions. I now take up the business as mentioned in the notice of the 28th Annual General Meeting. Item number 1 of the notice: to receive, consider, and adopt the audited standalone financial statements of the company for the financial year ended 31st March 2023, including the audited balance sheet as at 31st March 2023, the statement of profit and loss, and the cash flow statement for the year ended as on that date, together with the reports of the Board of Directors and the auditors therein. Now, I request Ms. Rajvinder Kaur to take up the chair for item number 2 and item number 3, wherein I am interested.
Thank you, sir. Am I audible?
We can hear you. We can hear you.
Yes.
Item number 2 of the notice: to appoint a director in place of Mr. Sajid Khera, DIN number 03536957, who retires by rotation and being eligible offers himself for reappointment. Item number 3 of the notice: to make loans and to give guarantees, provide securities, or make investments in terms of Section 186 and 185 of the Companies Act 2013. I now request Sajid sir to resume the proceedings of the meeting. Thank you.
Thank you, Rajvinder. Item number 4 of the notice: alteration in the object clause of the Memorandum of Associations of the company, and in this regard, to consider and, if thought fit, to pass the special resolution. The text of the resolutions, along with the explanatory statements, is provided in the notice circulated to the members. Members attending the AGM today who have not already cast their votes by remote e-voting may cast their vote on the e-voting platform now. The voting will remain open till 15 minutes after the conclusion of the annual general meeting. And I now request the company secretary to invite the registered speakers one by one.
Thank you, sir. I would request the moderator to unblock Mr. Sudhir Jain as our first speaker. Sorry, sir, we are not able to hear you. Sudhir, sir? Sudhir, sir, please unmute yourself.
Mr. Jain, you have to unmute yourself, I think.
Sorry, sir. Sir, sir, we are not able to hear you, sir. So please check your mic.
Ma'am, I think there might be a network issue. We can proceed further.
Okay, we will move to the next speaker, okay? I would request the moderator to unblock Mr. Deepak Joshi.
Hello?
Yes, Mr. Joshi, we are able to hear you. You can proceed with your question.
चेयरमैन सर, सब बोर्ड डायरेक्टर और शेयर होल्डर को आप सबको मेरा नमस्कार। मेरा नाम दीपक जोशी है। जैसा कि हम सब जानते हैं, एनबीसीसी एक ग्रोइंग सेक्टर है और काफी अपॉर्चुनिटी भी है इसमें। मेरा सवाल ये है कि कंपनी आने वाले समय में एक्सपेंशन के प्लान क्या है? कंपनी फर्दर ब्रांचेस कब तक सेट करेगी? कंपनी हालांकि कंपनी अभी अच्छा कर रही है और उम्मीद है कि आने वाले समय बहुत आगे तक जाएगी। मैं बहुत आभारी हूँ कि मुझे अपने विचार प्रकट करने का मौका दिया। धन्यवाद।
Thank you, Deepak, sir. I now request the moderator to unmute our next speaker, Mr. Manish Joshi.
Thank you so much, all of you. Good morning, everyone. My name is Manish Joshi. I am speaking from Delhi. I am very thankful to the management to giving this opportunity. Basically, I have read annual reports and the financial result of the company. My question is why profit was in low in financial year 22, basically last year, and what measure you have taken to the increase the profit for coming years.
You have any further questions, sir?
No, but I have said, I am very thankful to give this opportunity again. I wish company with all the best. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Shall we check on Sudhir Jain once again, or shall we move next, sir?
I think we can check on Mr. Jain. Maybe he's come back.
Okay. I request the moderator to once again unmute Mr. Sudhir Jain. Mr. Sudhir Jain, are you able to hear us?
Hello. Hello.
Yes.
Namaskar to everyone, respected Chairman Ji, board members, and my fellow shareholders. I am Sudhir Jain. First of all, I would like to thank our company secretary and their team for registering me as a speaker and sending me annual reports and giving this opportunity to express my views. The annual report is very exhaustive, but full of knowledge and self-experimentary. Chairman, sir, I would suggest that next time, please hold physical meetings, as there seems no interaction and personal interference in online meeting. Well, company is doing good, and I have nothing to ask and say anything further. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Sudhir. And thank you all the shareholders for your queries and suggestions. And also thank you everyone for participation. I now I close the answer session questions and hand it over to Mr. Sachat sir. You may continue to answer the questions of the shareholders.
Yes. Thank you all, fellow shareholders. That was a great set of questions that you everybody asked. So I will try to proceed in chronological order, one by one. First, responding to Mr. Deepak Joshi's question. तो जोशी जी, जैसा कि आपने बताया कि कंपनी के एक्सपेंशन प्लान्स के बारे में आपकी शायद क्वेरी थी। आप बिल्कुल ठीक कह रहे हैं कि कंपनी के वाक़ई में ही एक्सपेंशन के आगे प्लान्स हैं। लेकिन हम लोग फिज़िकल ब्रांचेस के थ्रू एक्सपैंड करने से बेटर डिजिटल मोड से एक्सपैंड करना प्रेफ़र करेंगे, बिकॉज़ वो एक काफ़ी किफ़ायती तरीका होता है एक कंपनी को एक्सपैंड करने का, जिससे कि हमारी कंपनी के ऊपर फ़िक्स कॉस्ट का बर्डन नहीं आता एंड प्रॉफिटेबिलिटी में शायद उससे बेटर ही ग्रोथ आती है। आजकल का जो टेक्नोलॉजिकल इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर है, वो इतना इम्प्रूव हो गया है पहले के मुकाबले कि हमें उस रूट पे जाने में काफ़ी अच्छा ग्रोथ का मौका मिलता है। तो हम लोग उस तरीके से काफ़ी प्रयास कर रहे हैं और हमें हमारी पूरी उम्मीद है कि आने वाले साल में आपको हमारे रिज़ल्ट्स भी बहुत अच्छे से दिखने शुरू हो जाएँगे। तो बस मैं आपसे इतने ही दरख्वास्त करूँगा कि थोड़ा-सा पेशेंस रखिएगा and आपको you will find hopefully a very good improvement in the company's operations this year. That is the parting thought that I will leave you with. I hope I have answered Mr. Deepak Joshi's question. Moving on to the second speaker, Mr. Manish Joshi's question. So Manish, you asked a question primarily around the lower profits in financial year 2022-23 compared to financial year 2021-22. You are absolutely right. There has been a growth in, there has been a decline in profits, and it has been a reasonable decline. Now, part of the reason, about 50% of the reason of this decline is simply the application of accounting principles. So in our operations, as you might know, we carry a lot of investment inventory in the form of stocks, bonds. Most of them are carried on at cost. So, and these actually have a much higher value at the close of the financial year as regards the reported value. So that is why you optically see a decline. Actually, the decline of profits is not as significant. As regards the second half of the decline in profits, that is due to non-conducive market conditions. As you might know, in the quarter 4 of the financial year 22-23, the market conditions became quite poor, and liquidity was also quite tight, and it caused a lot of market declines at a lot. पूरे globally ही markets में decline आए थे. उस वजह से भी हमारे काफ़ी ऑपरेशंस Q4 में इम्पैक्ट हुए थे, जिसकी वजह से जो रिमेनिंग प्रॉफिट है वो डिक्लाइन हुआ था. बट द गुड पार्ट इज दैट इन Q1 and Q2 of financial year 23-24, we have seen a significant recovery, and we really hope, and we are quite confident actually, that this year is going to be one of the better years that the company has seen in its history. So I hope you can just bear with us and show your continued patience and patronage as a shareholder. And we really, again, hope that every one of you will continue to be associated with us, invested in the company, and see it on a firm path of sustainable growth. Finally, Mr. Sudhir Jain, I really thank you for your warm words. It is very heartening to see we have such long-standing shareholders who value the company, who are familiar with all of us. And yes, your feedback is completely taken on board. We will consult with the board of directors if we can hold a physical meeting next financial year. That is, I will firmly take it on record and get back to you very soon on the same. I hope I have answered all the queries of the shareholders. Rajvinder, do we have any further queries?
No, sir. No other queries.
Okay. Great. I would again like to request all the shareholders who have not cast their votes to do so. Polling will remain open for 15 minutes till 15 minutes after the close of this annual general meeting. Thank you all for attending this meeting. With this, I declare that the proceedings of the 28th annual general meeting as closed. Thank you, everybody, for joining.
Thank you all. Thank you, the directors and the shareholders and the auditors as well for joining the meeting. And so we will, as the chairman said, that we will be concluding it. Thank you everyone for joining. We'll see everyone in the next meeting.
Can I stop the recording?
Yes, sir. You may stop the recording now.
Thanks.
Okay. Thank you, sir.